Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, of course, is another PBA bowling, as you can tell by the camera angle. This time, it's the 2026 Indiana Classic. My hopes are that EJ Tackett can get back in the winner's circle.
Last year, we won over $100 million for our clients. How? By leaving it all on the field.
Not again.
If you've been injured in an accident, call the Mike Slocum Law Firm right now.
We should take it off the field, too.
Of course, we gotta wait for these commercials to end. Alright, we should be rolling. On the lanes. Hopefully not having a bunch of physical pain. Knowing that.
And precision.
I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room with rats. And the rats made me crazy. Let's see who's on the lineup. And who we want to win. Alright, EJ Tackett's back in the winning. Oh no, it's Mr. Gutterball! No!
Small stature, but Boog has one of the most powerful strike balls on tour, and he is absolutely electric on the lanes. He's going to be fun to watch today.
Yeah, and we were able to watch him back in 2024 at the playoff championship where he went up against Jesper Svensson and fulminated a mark, aced a strike to clinch the win. It was his second career win and second of the 2024 season. He won the PBA Delaware Classic as well. All right, that may be the undercard as far as that number one match when we get there. I think the biggest match that we're going to see today might be the very first one. Number 5 against number 4, Player of the Year versus Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, we have a guy, EJ Tackett, who's the man. He's done almost everything. He's starting to chase records. We have a guy, Ryan Barnes, who's starting to get his resume started, get his career started with the first title today.
And you've got a 33-year-old going up against...
This is Wheel of Fortune, Joe!
Here from the 2 participants of match number 1. They're standing by with the 3rd member of our team, Taryn Hatcher.
All right, so Rick mentioned it, but we've got reigning player of the year, reigning rookie of the year. Ryan, I know you said that if you can get past this guy, you can get confidence that you can get past anybody. The question is, how do you get past this guy?
Oh,
We have to bring
toodles.
our best. We know he's one of the best players on tour, so we're going to go one shot at a time and see what happens.
Shut up,
Feeling
Patrick.
your best?
Feeling pretty good.
There we go. All right, EJ. Now, last week, I know when I talked to you after you bowled, we're not in the happiest of places, but you're essentially home. We heard the EJ chants before you guys started warming up. How are you feeling coming into this one?
I'm really excited to be able to bowl in front of my hometown crowd. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be awesome. Really looking forward to get out there and try to throw some strikes. And I know it's gonna be a tough match. Ryan's gonna bring the heat, so I'm gonna have to throw a bunch of strikes to be in contention and try to win this match.
Extra motivation to show, hey, the vet's got it.
Well, maybe a little bit. We always joke back and forth, but Ryan, he's a really good kid, and I'm glad he's out here, and I'm glad to see him doing well.
All right, well, we'll see what this one holds, fellas.
It is going to be a great match. We know that already. But look at the oil pattern, that hidden element they have to go against.
Yeah, Rick, this week we bowl on the 39-foot oil pattern. You're going to see players maybe start around third arrow. You see the orange line there going pretty straight, but very quickly, guys are going to jump into
ice
the
fang.
line and even get
That's
a
pretty
little
good.
deeper than that as this match progresses.
That's a counter.
Oil pattern, and players are going to really get deep, break big curves, a lot of hook, and you're just going to see these players cover a lot of boards as these power players take the lanes.
Number 5 versus number 4. Let's let the bowlers introduce themselves.
I'm Ryan Barnes. I'm from Denton, Texas. I'm a national champion at Wichita State. I'm your 2025 PBA Rookie of the Year.
I'm EJ Tackett, and I'm on the step ladder again this week from the number 5 seed, trying to run the ladder. I'm going to take home that championship in my home state of Indiana.
An interesting call here. Ryan Barnes obviously wants to finish on the right lane because he has chosen to start on the left lane. The high seed gets to make that choice.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan sees something on this pair where he's electing to finish on the right lane, so he probably likes that one a little bit more. So let's see how Ryan starts off this match.
Let's go, Ryan, to see what he's gonna do. Okay, good thing these pins have wood in them. Other than synthetic. It's the kind of liquid mommies and daddies make
Calls this one of his home centers, so there's going to be a
when
lot
they go
of
to
people cheering
when they go to bed.
for EJ Tackett here.
I'll leave it
I
at that,
suppose
okay?
there's a select few that are going to be here cheering for him as well.
Yeah, he's got his group of buddies over there that they're going to try to talk to him. They're going to try to rival this Fort Wayne crowd today.
All right, good start. What a start! Not a start.
So now they will alternate back and forth. Again, Ryan threw the first strike on that left lane, and now EJ will go from the right lane to the left lane. Let's take a look at the score will be in the lower left, and here is EJ Tackett's arsenal.
Yeah, EJ's electing to throw the max.
Oh, man.
You see that 5.0 hook rating. This is a weaker bowling ball. These lanes have a lot of built-in friction, so we're throwing a weaker bowling ball.
Go, EJ. Nice.
A double to start for Tackett. We have been spoiled already in the first 4 events of the season with really impressive bowling and very high scores. It started with our first championship when we saw Brandon Bonner throw a 300. But to start off strike for these two, again, player of the year versus rookie of the year.
Yeah, Rick, it's going to be very important for both these players to get off the hot starts. I think the high scores are going to continue today.
If any of the pros on today's show bowl a perfect game, everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, visit GoBowling.com and you can sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion.
Rick, it looks like Ryan's electing to throw. We've seen this a couple times this year. He's electing to throw a different ball on each lane. This left lane, he's throwing 900 global exponent.
Whoopsie.
Reason for throwing a different ball in this lane?
Yeah, you know, even though it's a pair of lanes, each lane is its completely own thing. And it looks like this left lane, both players are seeing something a little bit different as we see a little wrap 10 there. For Ryan, 6 goes right around the 10, but he
Let's
wants
see
to
what
see
he's
a little
got.
bit different to where he
A
wants to
group of pill
throw
pushers?
different ball in this lane.
And the spare ball.
Good job. I like your confidence.
It's always good to get that first spare out of the way.
He looked over to his buddies.
I really think you have a lot of confidence.
Get Airbnb together. They hang out all the time. It's Brandon Bonta, CJ Petrin, TJ Rock, and Eric Jones are here cheering on Ryan Barnes. Talk about this being Player of the Year versus Rookie of the Year. It's happened before.
Good job, EJ.
EJ Tackett was a part of it back in 2014 at the USBC Masters, where Player of the Year Jason Belmonte went up against Yada. Then EJ Tackett. As Rookie of the Year, it was Jason Belmonte, though, as Player of the Year that was victorious. It was Belmonte's 9th career title, 3rd major title. And of course, EJ Tackett has gone on to win so much. 27 titles, 7 of those are majors.
28 titles, 7 majors, or 27. He'll get another one today if he can. I want that 300 from EJ.
Just barely getting a 10 out there, but it was enough. As you can see, probably the most powerful one-handed bowler on tour. And ball 6-pin just tips it enough. Keeps that lead on Ryan.
All right-handed bowlers today in this event. Ryan Barnes, you mentioned, a two-handed bowler. And a little high on the head pin, and he will leave set 4-7.
Yeah, you heard Ryan say there, a little slow. These players have to be so precise, even on a higher scoring pattern like this. He hit his mark even at the arrows and down lane, but his ball speed was off enough that it caused that ball just a little bit too much and go through the fence.
So now what's going through your head? You're going up against the #1 bowler. You see his father, Chris Barnes, Hall of Famer there, watching on. He said his dad's going to be helping him. Obviously, loves to follow in his father's footsteps. But what goes through their head right now when he goes up against the #1 bowler? He's got 2 spares.
Yeah, I mean, when there's so many strikes being thrown today, you're already at a little bit of a disadvantage already. You need to really come back right here. About 10.
And he's going to leave 6 and not carry. All right.
A little bit of an errant shot there out of Ryan. That wasn't his best, and I talked to Ryan, and the key for him today is staying slow. He likes to get a little quick, and he likes his spine tilt likes to get forward a little too quickly in his approach. And when that happens, those types of shots happen. So Ryan just needs to settle in here, start making some better shots. Unfortunately, EJ now smells blood in the water. He knows he has this lead. He knows Ryan's
Struggling. And what EJ does best is he sees that opening and he pounces. So EJ is one who has said to me, I don't want to just win. I want to dominate. And if this is an opportunity for him to dominate, he's going to do it. And it's right there, EJ Tackett.
And when your opponent's struggling, that's the exact shot that you want to throw right there. 20 at the arrow is 5 down lane. I think this right lane took it a little bit more than his left. But right here, perfect shot.
Boom.
EJ.
Let's see if he can get another strike.
Coming up on the 6th frame now. EJ Tackett, you see the max scores on the right. Still with a perfect game in front of him. Barnes is max 256.
Damn it.
Yeah, good break there for EJ. You see he's a little right at the arrows on this left lane compared to the right lane. Watch these players warm up. This lane is just a little tighter down lane. So the ball doesn't want to quite go through the pins as well, and you're going to see pin action like this. Gets lucky there, knocking the 10 pin out, only leaving the 7. Very makeable.
And
Strike after strike after strike. Alright, commercial break, that's right. Alright, no more commercials.
PBA on the CW is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. Look today at Progressive.com. By Ace, the helpful place. And by Tahiti, a unique blend of mild chili peppers, lime, and sea salt. What's your way to Tahiti? And by the way, that's the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. It was home to NBA's four-weight Pistons from 52 to 57. And in 57, they became the Detroit Pistons. How did the name Pistons come up? Well, the owner of that team was named Fred Zollner. He owned the corporation, the Zollner Corporation, which manufactured Pistons. So that's how the Pistons were named. And we're back here inside of Gutterball West. Ryan Barnes, a little bit of a hole right now, but an opening. Tackett just spared in the sixth. Ryan Barnes needs a strike. And he gets it. While they were here, the five, including Ryan Barnes, visit a historic site here, Terry.
Yeah, they headed out to Fort Wayne. Famous hot dogs look like the protein paid off there for Ryan Barnes. It's a Summit City.
Fort Wayne's famous hot dogs. Fort Wayne? Fuck.
By the way, CJ Catchman walked away as a group of Cody King, downing a total of 8 dogs. And I do want to mention the 5, a self-appointed name that we learned about a few hours ago from these boys. Previous to that, they were the Spare Bears for about an hour and a half before they landed on the 5, fellas.
They were never the Spare Bears. We had a lot of conversation. And that never worked out quickly.
Well, that's kind of disappointing. Game over. Game over, sorry.
That's left lane.
Yeah, a shot that I think Ryan, I think he liked that more, but this is a tough spare. He's going to have to hit the left side of this 2-pin, gets it deflected to the 10, and then somehow get something to come back. Hit the 8 over here. Very tough spare, but possible.
He got it! Jeez Louise, how'd that happen?
Okay, now, a lot of people are going to say that might be the most incredible spare they've seen. And this one is a great one.
I mean,
Right-hander throwing a backup ball.
I'd like to say you can't draw it up.
We haven't seen that on TV in about a decade.
It's unbelievable. That is
Well,
absolutely
actually, no.
textbook.
I think the last I remember seeing it was Anthony Simonson. The backup
and
ball.
we're going to show you in just a little
That's
bit.
the easy way to go
That's
at
not
it.
the biggest spare that Ryan Barnes has picked up over the last 2 weeks.
That's one of his skills. EJ stepping up here.
And he's going to leave the 10.
That's not good.
You can see that ball gets a little wide down lane. These players are trying to get to about the 4, 5, 6 board. This one gets to about the 4 board. It comes back, just leaving a ringing 10. And in order to get that 10 out there, it's all about touch. It's all about getting your hand in the right spot, the right speed. Just off a little bit there.
Covers. So again, this advantage stays with EJ Tackett. But now, a second spare for Tackett. And
Well,
after
at
what
least
Ryan Barnes just did on
EJ is
that
still
spare,
taking a...
Yeah, a little momentum shift to
A
Ryan
lead.
with that spare pick.
we see EJ Tackett was able to sneak ahead of Bill O'Neill by 14 pins in the elimination. And he leaves the 10 again.
No!
Ring 10.
God darn it!
Yeah, you can see EJ a little confused on that one. That was a little
Tommy Jones just needs a mark and good
Doesn't make
count.
two bad shots in a row. That 6-pin wraps right around the 10 there. So just a little confused. And that to me speaks that he might be thinking about a different ball here because that was a really good executed shot. He spares the 10.
So he covers it. Little smile there out of EJ. Still has the
Frog.
advantage as far as match. But that means that Ryan has to start striking.
Yeah, Ryan still a little bit of a pickle here. Down 31. Needs to throw a double. Stepping up in the 8th.
Oh, hey.
try to start cutting into this lead that EJ has.
Conversion of a spare. Let's take a look at our Gold TV highlights last week in the Groupon PBA Illinois Classic. The Big Four. Take a look at this. He picks it up. Only once in the history of televised bowling has that split ever been covered. Again, that was the televised version by Walter Ray Williams Jr. back in 2005, the PBA Atlanta Classic. But that's how big of a pickup that is. If you can pick
Spare
up
shooting.
Did it. And then we saw him pick up
It's called strong spare shooting.
huge in this event.
This kid can pick up anything now. Ninth frame, down by 31, max score of 236. Last shot in this lane, 2-8-10. Ryan's got to settle in, and he's got to believe in this shot right here and trust it.
Oh no.
Player in the world, and EJ Tackett.
Yeah, great shot here. He was saying get off of it, got it to the right spot down lane, trusted it, and it carried. And there's Ryan's got a lot of fight in him, but EJ, best bowler in the world, he has the ball in hand.
And he strikes convincingly. Needs a spare strike to close out Ryan Barnes here in the 10th. Spare and a strike.
How many orange berries do I need to give this fucking thing? Boom. Ryan's a good spare shooter, but that doesn't mean he's going to stop EJ in his tracks.
Another ball for him.
Yep, good. Trout another ball here. The match is locked up. We heard EJ actually during the commercial break talk about adjusting the surface on his ball in case he won. EJ just removed the beater today.
I think he's good.
I mean, he's dialed in. He's looking to run this ladder. You can hear him say one down.
You got enough.
He's not looking forward, but you know this man has made some service this year. Hasn't gotten into the winner's circle yet, and we're going to see a very dialed-in EJ today.
So EJ has locked this one up. He's won the first match, and once again, it's Player of the Year that is bettering Rookie of the Year.
Oh man!
Next up, it's the Malaysian sensation. Yes,
Timmy Tan.
But first, we're going to check in
We've
with
not
Anthony
seen him before.
Simonson,
At least not that I have
last week's
seen.
winner. So Timmy Tan, looking forward to the next match. Anthony Simonson on the other side of the yeah, that's him on the forklift.
The rumors.
Chili's lime and sea salt is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tahiti?
With Amica Auto Insurance, it's not just about where you're going, but who you go with. We're customer owned, and we look after what matters most to you. Together. Get your quote today.
With 4imprint, you get more than
than promo products. You get the certainty of personal service, design expertise, and unmatched quality to make your moment shine. Visit 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This is the one who makes sparks fly. Getting it done takes the right material, experience, and the right partner. The professional grade products you need. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You want to file free?
Why is it still on the commercial? Now we're ready. Really bad.
Well, the best bowlers from the United States, led by E.J. Tackett, are going to take on Jason Belmonte and the top international players in PBA. It's USA versus the world on Saturday, April 4th. Now, we've had a little bit of fun. The first match is going to be E.J. Tackett versus, yes, that's right, Belmo. And so we started with a video simulation. The match stays neck and neck into the 7th as Belmo strikes to keep the tie. Yes, right there. But in the end, Belmo left the door open for EJ in the 9th. And Tackett finishes the 10th with a strike, giving the USA captain the victory. That was 258 to 256. Yeah.
I don't know.
You can take to the lanes with your favorite pros. PBA Pro Bowling 2026 is available to download right now on all major gaming platforms. So let's take a look at the rosters for USA and the world. And added recently, as a matter of fact last week, Anthony Simonson for the USA and Grant.
I'm just watching bowling over here on the TV, as you can probably. Very bad focus, but yeah, I'm watching bowling.
Born to bowl, he's calling in with Taryn Hatcher.
Anthony Simonson, no doubt, going to play a big part for Team USA. He's also a big character in HBO's 5-part documentary series, Born to Bowl.
So I think I just gotta.
What that documentary series has in store.
I think we just go chase this Steven down.
Like the Bob Russell bowling.
There we go. Calamity strikes.
They're trying to just make a living.
Dollar. You got some W-2s. Too bad the money didn't equal the W-2s.
Does anyone want the greatest of all time?
One more for the win.
He's going to get punched in the face.
Simo, I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't start off by asking, how do you feel about the trailer ending with you saying, quote, he's going to get punched in the face?
I think it's a good lead-in to episode 2. I'm looking forward to watching it. I've yet to see it. However, I did live it, so I have a little bit of an idea what's going on, but I'm really looking forward to following the rest of this docuseries as it comes out.
Well, on that note, what do you hope people get to see from this? Because we get a peek into everybody's real life and what it goes into that in order to be able to maintain this competitive run bowling. And then we also go into all of the details of what it takes to be competitive at these tournaments. So what do you hope people take away?
For me, I think the biggest thing on a personal side is just you're going to see a tale of two different people, especially me. A pretty fierce competitor on the lanes and a completely different person off the lanes. It's just nice that everybody's going to get a little bit more insight of what we as professionals have to do week in and week out to make a living out on the PBA Tour.
Well, and Simo mentioned he doesn't exactly know what's in store for his episode, which is coming up here. So let's take a little preview peek at what's coming in Simo's episode of Born to Bowl.
This is one of my secondary homes, basically. Get some side money, some pocket money. I think bowling is kind of a unique sport where you don't need to be the strongest guy in the room. Or not exactly the
Not
most
about how far we go. This is how we roll.
But you certainly are passionate, Anthony Simonson. Thank you for
This is
opening
how
up
we
your
square.
life for this documentary, and thank you for joining us today.
Of course, thanks for having me, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Well, we're going to enjoy Born to Bowl, again, an HBO original 5-part documentary series following the stars of the PBA Tour from A24 executive producer Ben Stiller. That continues tomorrow with episode 2 at 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO and streaming on HBO Max. Number 3 seed, Timmy Tan is ready to go. When we return, he takes on EJ Tackett. And get the crowd.
When we return.
In Provo West is DJ James Jackson once again.
At Storm, we're no
We tried to chase Ente
traditions.
back. Youngster Joey, quote, "Hey, do you remember my super cool Rattata? My Rattata is different from regular Rattata. It's like my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattata. Do you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker has called me 8 times about that, Anyways, let's check Asbestos the Eevee out. Docile neutral nature, giving it an open.
So Timmy Tan will start on the left lane. Pull that first frame. Tan Chai Churn, by the way, is Timmy Tan's name. A great story about how he became Timmy Tan.
I think we know who our next team member is going to be.
Gonna leave the 10 pin.
Little snippets. I currently have Crocodile Togetic, Heracross, Hero.
Six just lays in the gutter, flat there. He didn't quite get that one as far right as he wanted to, because all that friction's to the right. When they start missing their target in and to the left, the ball doesn't want to come off the spot as hard and drive through the pin. So, but an okay shot there. He controlled the pocket. Now, needs to stay clean.
Alright, let's get a level 40 legendary for our, like, 4th member. Idiot missed it! Why?
Misses the single pin and an open frame to start for Timmy Tan.
Igneous Rock!
This is just remember, this is only Timmy's second appearance. He probably
got a lot more money.
missed 1 or 2 10 pins all week of bowling, but getting on TV, the adrenaline's going, trying to settle in. It's a whole different environment now. This is not what you want to do, is give EJ an early break.
Alright, that's half my money. Not on Ultra Balls. The other half, well.
And Rick, it looks like that was a ball change there for EJ, as really very similar pin action when we saw Timmy's last shot. 6 just kind of lays in there, flat 10. And that's what these players, they have to create big angles. But in order to get the ball to drive through the pins, that's the trick right now for these players as the lanes transition.
Covers the spare for Tackett. And he'll move to the left lane for his second frame. EJ Tackett, we mentioned, runs a bowling center. Easy Bowl, Bluffton, Indiana, just up the road.
What kind of shot was that? That is a mess.
Big split.
Yeah, this is a split you do not see very often here.
2-7-9-10? 3-7-9-10.
3-7-9-10. There you go. He's going to try to hit the right side of the 3-pin here. Hopefully it deflects over into the 7 and somehow also collects the 9-10. But he can make this.
Just 2.
In the middle, but leaves the 7-10. So open frame for EJ Tackett, which has to give a little bit of confidence back to Timmy Tan.
This is a mess of a frame. I think we gotta figure out where in the world.
That relieves a little bit of pressure with the missed single pin. Now, looking to bounce back with a good shot here on this right lane.
Things are.
Sanjay Churn is his name, but Darren, he goes by Timmy Tan. How come?
He goes by Timmy Chan because when he was younger, a friend told him, if you want to make it, you need to have an English name. And then told him, Timmy is a good name. So Timmy didn't get to really pick out his name. It was picked out by one of his friends, and he just said he liked the sound of it. But then his parents showed up to a tournament he was bowling in. They're looking at the leaderboard. They didn't see their son anywhere because they had no idea that he was going by the name Timmy Tan, because that's not what they named him, Rick.
Well, we now know him as Timmy Tan, and again, I mentioned just his second television appearance. So, interesting delivery for Timmy Tan.
Yeah, we take a look at Timmy's side profile here, 5-step delivery, but this is what we want to look at. Look at this backswing. It is completely perpendicular with the approach. Probably the highest backswing on tour. And then he's able to get his hand right under the ball at the release. Great wrist action. I mean, such a beautiful release.
He told us he wanted to bowl on the PBA since he was a kid and was watching videos as a kid. He picks up that single pin. Watching videos of Chris Barnes and Tommy Jones, he said, I must have been watching it from the wrong angle because I thought they had that really high backswing.
Yeah, especially Tommy's known for that high backswing, but I think Timmy outdoes him there, so.
EJ trying to focus once again after the open frame.
The One Piece is not real! Why?
The high-stakes action this Wednesday is at 8/7 Central only on the CW. DJ, after that strike in the third, now wants to get a little bit of momentum. You see, still has the advantage in the max score, just by 5 over Tam.
There we go.
It wasn't the craziest messenger, Rick, but it was just enough. EJ here, ball coming back. It's a little slow hitting to the 10, just like a little meow.
Now, those pins, for people that aren't bowlers, those pins are heavier than what you probably think. Was that a cat sound there?
That was a cat sound,
Okay.
yes.
Let's take a look at In the Bag, brought to you by Score, the standard for those who demand the best. We are the Bowlers Company.
Let's take a look at Timmy's Hearthstone here. He's throwing the Gremlin Tour X. You see that hook rating 7.5. It's a middle-of-the-road bowling ball, and it's built for control. Oh, he's making a ball change on this left lane. He looks like he's going to a phase 2 pearl. And he's hoping when you get the ball to the right here that this ball responds much more of the friction.
Man, that's another miss.
Yeah, this left lane is tough for these players right now. That's why they're all electing to finish on the right lane. That break point, if it gets too long and to the right, it has no chance of coming back on this lane. You see Timmy, a pretty good shot here. I think he liked the way he executed, but it just gets a little too far down lane. And that's what this left lane is susceptible to doing, leaving the 248 now. Makeable spare, but tricky when trying to hook it on a medium pattern like this.
Okay, who got that?
He did not think
Gonna capture legendaries before fourth badge.
Yeah, a little smile on his face there as he sat down, too.
Yeah, and this is not textbook. This is not how we would draw it up, but gets lucky there, and that's why this spare is tricky, especially when you don't have good control of what the lane is doing. Hooking across that spare on this pattern is tough. Now EJ looking to kind of extend his lead here with a strike in the fifth.
We mentioned this is just the second
Good job, EJ.
TV appearance for Timmy Tan. Under the lights, the crowd on either side, there is so much pressure on a bowler when you get into this situation.
Oh, and not to mention, you got to bowl the best bowler in the world right now that hardly ever gives you a chance. And if you want to win out here on this tour, especially when you're facing a Hall of Famer like EJ, when he gives you an opening, you have to take advantage of it. And EJ did that early with that split, but that might be the only opening Timmy gets for the rest of this match.
Apparently works for EJ. What a shot, you're right. Timmy Tan, he left an opening for EJ Tackett. Tackett pounced on it and has the lead as we go to the halfway break.
USBC Masters is next week, by the way.
Timmy Tan, as you see the scores, and open frame to start for Timmy Tan, but that second frame for Tackett, also an open frame after a split 6. And a little high on the head pin, he's going to get the 10 to fall, but the 3 stays up.
Great break there for Timmy. Only leaving a spare, but unfortunately, as we see the ball goes high here, leaving a 3-10, the 10 just barely falls over. Timmy's in a position here where he needs strikes. He needs to throw good shots in the pocket, and the right lane is supposed to be his good lane, so that's a really, really tough blow for him.
You mentioned in Malaysia how bowling was so big. Picks up that 3 pin. Malaysia has had Timmy Tan on their team since he was 18, and you look at a few of the things that Timmy Tan likes: pickleball, golf, Stephen Chow movies, Black King, martial artist, and winning the 2025 World Cup with Malaysia, one of his highlights in bowling. He travels the world, so he says that, you know, when he's not here on the PBA tour, he's spending most of his time all throughout Asia bowling.
And that's the time dead. Looks like
Much better shot on that lane for Timmy. That was actually another ball change going to a storm. What was that? As we see, gets this ball out to about 2 down lane. He liked that one. Going to a storm. I think his IQAI. That ball responded much more off the friction, but that left lane's been the tricky one to not only get to the pocket, but strike.
he didn't miss it this time. He's gonna miss it again.
And if you want to take your bowling to the next level, head to lanetalk.com. I follow it all the time during the week as far as qualifying rounds, and that's one of the other things we have got to talk about. The qualifying.
It's shaping up to be a matchup against Mr. Gutterball and the GOAT.
I watch it on Bowl TV each week.
Oh, brother.
Track 10.
Yep. That's what these players are going to battle today, but yep. On Bowl TV this week, you can tune in, take a look. I mean, we watched EJ and Hall of Famer Bill O'Neill battle it out the last 3 games of qualifying, where Bill O'Neill actually averaged 250 his last 3.
My milk ain't giving me milk anymore.
So fun to
You
watch.
see your farm got famous.
That's fair. So a lot of good action, and maybe a little bit of luck for EJ.
You gotta have it when you want to win shows like messenger 10 there. This one, he thought he missed that head pin. But gets a little light mixer, and that's when you know that your ball is doing the right thing. When you can get those off hits, you can relax as a bowler and start stringing strikes together.
Oh,
and that's
man.
one of the difference we see
Is
between
this a
Tackett
bottle
and
of
Tan right
move?
now
No, it's drain
as
punch.
we enter the 8th
I
frame.
don't think oh, maybe Norcross can, but I'm pretty sure no one else can. Why are you throwing it to where it'll get 4 through the middle?
And this is 4 through the middle here. EJ misses just a little bit. Inside of target, down lane. He thought that was going to hold a little bit, but it rips loose, only getting 4. And this gets interesting. That's really bad count on a spare. This is going to more than likely be an open for EJ.
Jesus Christ. You cannot have fucking thrown like that, EJ.
If he would strike out, could be Tackett by 4 pins. Marshall Kent waiting in the wings. The number 2 seed. Again, Timmy Tan looking for his first ever PBA Tour title. He knows what he has to do.
Don't strike. Damn it, no!
Huge shot there for Timmy. He's looking to take a re-rack. This is good lane, the right lane, about 20 at the arrows. Trusses it out there, gets it back, gets the
I
pin
swear to
action.
God, if that was
Little fist
more
bump there.
K-Slot Demon Hunters, I was going to turn the TV off.
That was all fun and games. But this left lane has been the tricky one for all the players. You heard EJ on his last shot say, wow, this lane is bad. These players are feeling like they don't have a lot of miss room. Even when they get to the pocket, they can't carry. So this is a huge double for Timmy right here. Big shot. He absolutely has to lock in and commit right now.
Leaves the 9 pin.
Alright.
What an absolutely brutal break for Timmy right here. I mean, he's been lost on this lane, and you can't really throw it any better in this. In this moment right here, he loves it, and that ball just drives right by the 9 pin.
So I want to look ahead, though, because strategy could come into play here in Timmy Tan's favor. He bowled first, which means that EJ Tackett has to end on this left lane. EJ Tackett is just voice. He does not like this left lane at all. Added cases, I'm sorry, quick.
That is why it's an advantage to be the higher seed and be able to pick the lane that you want to end on.
So EJ's coming up next. New cases, new twists, and a partnership like no other. Don't miss an all-new episode of Wild Cards tomorrow. That's 8, 7 Central right here on the CW. Here comes EJ Tackett. 9th frame. And he strikes.
Finally.
EJ Tackett now goes into the 10th frame on that left lane. And remember the last time he had split 4.
Through the nose,
The
4.
there. The ball's not quite driving like he would want to. These lanes they're getting a little ugly for these players. And they're gonna have to battle this transition. Now EJ needs to strike in 8 pins to shut out Timmy on his bad lane.
If he goes 4 through the middle again, EJ, I'm turning the TV off.
Yeah,
Simple
so
as that, okay?
Nothing is a guarantee for the Indiana native. As he steps up here, goes first ball in the 10th frame.
Good.
8 pins and he locks him out. And a big show of emotion there for EJ.
Yeah, he knew that was the big one. Much better shot in this lane. Got to about 4 down lane. Gets the love on the 7 pin.
Asking for a re-rack.
Job's not finished though here. Still needs to get good count. I mean,
He needs 8 pins. He's going to get 4 through the middle.
Alright, settle in.
EJ, I swear to God, there better not be another 4 through the middle shot.
2 open frames for EJ Tackett. Very uncharacteristic.
Please.
He gets the 8 pins, 9 of them.
9 does it. Good job.
Timmy Tan. So EJ Tackett makes another step up the ladder.
Great week for Timmy Tan. Love watching this guy go on TV, and he's going to be back.
So twice before, EJ Tackett has ran the ladder. Back in 2012 at the Japan Cup and 2024 the World Championships. He's won his second match, and now he will face Marshall Kent, the number 2 seed here in Indiana.
Welcome to another Pressing Questions with Jimmy Fallon. Or some shit. I don't know.
All right, Kyle. So we have seen some interesting bowling out of the number 1 bowler in the world, EJ Tackett. I want to take a look at the frame of the game. So brought to you by Progressive Insurance as we look back at this 10th frame.
Yeah, EJ here on this lane. Got 4 and 6 on 2 prior frames. Steps up in the 10th when he absolutely needs it. First one was huge. Ends up getting 9. The next ball to shut out Timmy. I mean, that's what Hall of Famers do right there.
All right, what about him in the left lane? So he's got to keep bowling on it. It's not going to go away. How do you conquer that left lane?
Yeah, it's a little tricky. I heard him say that the fronts are starting to go. What we mean by that is there's a little friction building up. So he's going to try to give it a little bit of loft, and I think that's going to be the adjustment that's going to help him shoot a little higher scores.
All right, our third match is coming up, and the second-ranked bowler is ready. That's right, Marshall Kent versus EJ Tackett. It's next here on the CW.
Here we go. The sea is blue, the sea is salty, I inhaled some seawater, I can't breathe anymore, I'm gonna fucking drown! Alright, Mr. Gutterball! Mr. Gutterball! Woohoo! Yeah, Mr. Gutterball!
205-201 to claim his first major PBA win. That was his 7th
Cheater.
PBA title. And he has told us that he will start on that left lane as the higher-rated bowler. As we see the matchup once again, Marshall Kent versus EJ Tackett, and let's let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Marshall Kent from Yakima, Washington, and I'm on the hunt for title number 8 today here in Indiana, so I can go buy myself some new fishing gear.
Well, he's been having some fun. Actually, the Airbnb that they're in, he said, has a pond in the back, and so he's been back there fishing and has already caught a couple largemouth bass. And again, he has elected to start, which means, and maybe he was watching, that puts EJ Tackett on the left lane for the 10th frame.
Yeah, these bowlers,
Battle Frontier's a pen. I don't think I can go there till post game.
they're going to finish on that right lane. Let's see how Marshall attacks this tricky left lane.
The return of Mr. Gutterball.
Again, it's the Mike Albee 39 pattern. When we talk about Mike Albee, one of the greats of Indiana, 19 tour titles, 8 majors. What a great first ball for Marshall Kent.
Yeah, head pin goes off the sidewall.
I need a Krabby for my
Annihilating the
HM
10 pin. Great way to start your opening match.
The right frame, or excuse me, the right lane has been fairly good for EJ Tackett.
Good.
Yeah, Rick, these two players very familiar with each other. In fact, they're doubles partners. EJ and Marshall.
Oh,
they
that's
both
right.
doubles.
Oh, I could have forgotten about it. No.
I think it gives him a little bit of comfortability bowling with, you know, against a good friend. Although that good friend is one of the best players in the world.
Mr. Gutterball and the GOAT of all time.
Just had his second strike, and he struck on that left leg. Really good friend. Marshall Kent was in EJ's wedding, so we're talking very good friend. These two.
I now pronounce you racial slur.
EJ here looks like he's going with the strategy of a different type of bowling ball on each lane. That was the mode of thrill on the left lane, a very weak bowling ball. Now Marshall looking to stay with EJ here.
Marshall had a really big win. His first career win came in the Kingdown International Open, which was actually in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He had a great story, Taryn, didn't he, about going to Saudi Arabia?
Oh, Rick, I've never heard a story like this in my life. He said they got there was a dress code, the slacks, the shirts were assigned. He gets out to the lanes, and there's two guys bowling a few lanes after them. Sweatpants, sweatshirts, and as the day goes by, he finally works up the nerve to kind of ask, hey, what's with those two guys? Well, come to find out that those two fellas could wear whatever they want because they were, in fact, two Saudi princes, one of which Marshall got to know a little bit over the years as he played overseas because the guy would travel. Let's see, Marshall guys here. And a strike there. Because as Marshall would travel from tournament to tournament overseas, so would this one Saudi prince who loved bowling. And how did he know it was the same Saudi prince? Because that Saudi prince would send his pink Lamborghini to every single stop
pink
that he wanted to go
Lamborghini.
attend. So Marshall and the Saudi prince with a pink Lamborghini, a tale as old as time.
And they were able to bowl in sweatpants. I thought it was great. Marshall was like, man, I didn't know why those guys got to bowl in sweatpants. EJ fires back with a strike.
Another strike.
Perfect. Three frames.
EJ there throwing a super sport on the right lane, throwing the max thrill on the left lane. The ball on the right lane has a little bit bigger core, bigger engine. It's going to read the spot a little bit more as you see the side profile of EJ here.
Flincher freezes, flincher freeze, maybe you got it.
And this ball here, a little bigger core, it's going to come off the spot a little harder on the left lane. This ball.
And another strike. 4 in a row for Tackett.
Yeah, I think they figured him out, Rick.
Oh, you just
Perfect.
Did you just say they figured it out?
It feels like there's more strikes thrown in this match than the last game, but you know, you give these guys a chance to think it over a little bit. They solve problems pretty quickly. Now, Marshall
Well, think.
needs to stay with EJ. He's looking to win again on the PBA Tour. You know, Rome was not built in a day, and neither is winning this title.
Gutterball! Damn it! Okay, now they're both even.
He got the level right.
Yeah, it looks like
Four
Marshall
strikes
took a
apiece.
big step left here compared to the other competitors. He's inside fourth arrow. This is what we thought was going to happen. He's getting away from all the other transition, and Marshall has enough power to really get left, really separate his angles. And this is also when Marshall bowls at his best, when he can be aggressive with his hand. Throw a big hook, he can get comfortable on the lanes.
His turn is about like the hairpin turns at Martinsville, and that's what the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series takes on the paperclip at Martinsville Speedway. Again, that's Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. Pacific, only on the CW. And
Oh boy. Alright, come on, EJ. Don't fuck this up.
Great shot there for Marshall. Ball comes in a little light here. The 7-10 was standing there for a second, but again, a little lump on the 7-pin. This is huge for Marshall. When he can get out to a good start and get comfortable
EJ,
mentally,
don't fall into
Marshall
his
really
trap.
has success. And putting the pressure right back on EJ, absolutely
Do
huge
not
for his
fall into the
momentum.
Gutterball trap. No! No!
he'll leave the 5-pin. last frame. This one could get costly.
Everyone's putting their hands up.
Yeah, you're going to see some hands go up here again.
Put your hand. Okay, there's the culture, people.
Very uncharacteristic shot there for EJ. And you can see when
Marshall
you miss it a
choke
little
it.
bit. I mean,
No, I got
how
put to
much
sleep
strikes
by
out scores when you
hypnosis.
miss it, that ball just whips left. Even though these players make this pattern high scoring and seem easy at times, I guarantee you it's not. They have to have good feel. They got to trust it.
Gee whiz. He just gave us a gee whiz.
Yeah.
Is that an Indiana term? Gee whiz.
That deserved a gee whiz.
Gee whiz, indeed.
All right. He knows Marshall is bowling very well and did not want to open the door for him. On this left lane.
No. Okay, that's good. I was going to say no because I thought Marshall was about to. Oh, wait, right. I'm target. That was a laugh.
Against his friend, Marshall Kent, who will advance. Stay with us.
We figure it out later.
To the 2025 USBC Masters in Stroll Arena at Gutterball Lanes, and Gary Haynes, the #1 seed, had won one match versus Anthony Simonson. They lost the first match. Then they went to the second, and then they had the roll-off in the 9th and 10th frame, and it ended up being Gary Haynes' win. That's next Sunday on the CW is our third major of the season. Would you join us for Championship Sunday? Rick Allen, Kyle Sherman, and Taryn Hatcher with you here in Indiana as we are halfway through this third match. And we see Marshall Kent taking a big breath there before he gets ready for his 6th frame. And
See if he's going to get another
he knows
strike or
that
if he's
EJ
going to
just
fumble.
came off a spare strike, so an opening.
Fumble the bag.
And he is going to leave the 2-pin.
Yeah, this ball just got way wide of target down lane. But this is a little bit of the miss that Marshall is okay with because he has to trust the ball getting way out to the right for it to come back. This one just amped it up a little too much. Didn't quite either threw it too hard or just didn't quite get enough hand on it to get back. But just leave the 2-pin. He's okay with that. But now we got a tight hand.
Got the spare. We mentioned Marshall enjoys fishing. He also enjoys hunting and golf. One of my favorite movies. I don't know about you, but Caddyshack. I think it's one of the greats. Warren Ziders, an artist that he is a big fan of, and winning a 2024 Tournament of Champions. One of the highlights for Marshall Kent in his bowling resume. Again, 7 titles, 1 major.
Come on, EJ.
Yeah, Marshall here. Almost a little 4.5 step delivery. Just barely moved that left foot. Extremely powerful player, and Marshall's a guy when he gets comfortable, when his physical game feels good, he can strike with the best of them, especially this guy right here.
Perfect.
Crowd very loud for EJ here. And the crowd, well, at least the ones that want to get tickets from EJ, they've got to go through his wife. And so Natalie fields all of the calls. They have 12 seats here just for family and friends. But EJ wanted to stay focused. So that's one of the situations that they know in the Tackett family.
No!
On this left lane.
Yeah, that's a common hit that we've seen on the left lane. As you see, EJ thought he threw that pretty good. The last few times the 7-10 has been flirted with. That time just doesn't get the love on the 7-pin.
And now you
Got my tongue on some candy.
Once again, Marshall Kent has an opening.
Yeah, it's a big shot. Needs to keep his lead on EJ right here. You don't get a lot of openings from the best player in the world. He has a good idea of what this lane is doing. And right now, it's just all about execution.
And will come up to see if he can put the added pressure on E.J. Tackett with a strike here in the ninth.
Yeah, Marshall having a little bit more success than the players in the last match. And sometimes a fresh perspective, just coming in and seeing what wasn't working. Marshall electing to make a big move left compared to the other players. And when you're on the right side of it, sometimes that's all that needs to happen. Right now, you just got to believe.
Flynn! You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Great strike from Marshall Kent. Yeah, tap yourself on the back.
Can't throw him any better than that, Rick, right there. Beautiful shot here from Marshall. Hand wraps around it beautifully. Ball roll was great. Absolutely splits 8-9. Stays solid. I mean, what a shot in a pressure moment to keep his lead on EJ. Now, EJ in a spot where down 21 going into the 9th and 10th, he has to strike out to force Marshall to show up in the 10th frame.
All right.
He is going to go down swinging.
Apply pressure.
So now he'll go to the left lane. And as you mentioned, he's going to need 3 strikes.
Yeah, has to throw at least a double to realistically knowing that Marshall is lined up here. This left lane been the tricky one for him. Last shot for a good one. Left the wrap 7. Let's see if he can get all 10 down here. First shot in the 10th.
Hold. Okay.
He's not going to go down without a fight, Rick.
E.J. Tackett, one of the toughest competitors in the history of the PBA.
Right, lad.
27 titles, 7 of those majors. Calling for a re-rack here. The 2 majors that he's missing, the Players' Championship and the Masters. Deep breath there out of E.J. Tackett.
EJ has been bowling great all day, running through his opponents, making great adjustments, great shots when he needs it. And right now he's thinking that...
Why is he so red?
This ball right now,
Is that just my eyes playing tricks on me? J F C. God damn it, EJ.
Marshall doesn't want to show any emotion right now.
See some emotion coming out of EJ there. He wanted to win so bad in front of his home crowd. This lane, the tricky one, he felt like he really had to create it on this lane. It wasn't easy. And eventually a little bit of an errant shot. Hit 6 there.
242 for Tackett. Right now,
I think my next task in Part Gold is to catch Raikou and Entei. 8 pins. I was about to say finish on the lane. Finish on the bad lane. Finish on EJ's coveted bad lane.
And his friend.
Not like... Why?
Yeah, lucky to clip the head pin on that one, but does defeat EJ.
Not the way he wanted to finish this game.
No,
but
it's not going to build any confidence for him, but he did a lot of good shots. This game in the 250s, great score.
Marshall Kent advances. He will take on the #1 seed.
All right, come on, David.
David Kroll has been hanging out in the back, warming up, getting ready for this battle. 1 game away from the Indiana Classic title. It's
Well, come on, David.
Marshall Kent.
You deserve another title. Boog Kroll. Final match coming up.
It has been another amazing event, and we see that's David Small on the left there, and some of his folks that help him put together these great events, Josh Solomon and Taylor Rossi. This is event number 107 at one of David Small's properties, and so he has been wonderful for the PBA. Well, the Born to Bowl HBO original 5-part documentary series continues tomorrow, and they are following the stars of the PBA Tour.
Wow.
That's from A24 and executive producer Ben Stiller, continuing tomorrow with episode 2 at 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO and streaming on HBO Max. Well, having a microphone on during these matches has its pros and cons. Just ask Simon.
I don't think I have a favorite thing to say, but there are some not appropriate things that come out of my mouth. I would say if there's any bowler that's answered this question that says they don't talk to themselves, they just told the biggest lie on camera.
Well, he is a lot of fun. Let's hear from Marshall Kent, who's standing by with Terry Hatcher.
Well, Marshall and I were talking off camera before. I asked him if he watched the guys.
Mr. Gutterball himself!
You saw or felt
Please,
that
no.
Personally, no.
This is not how we're ending this.
Looking back, I probably would have made a different decision, but you know, we made it through, and that's all that matters, and we got one more game to go, so we'll just see what happens.
All right, left lane preference. Who would have thought that after some of these matches, Rick? Good luck.
The final match is coming up, and all smiles right now for Boog Kroll. Yeah, that's right, Boog. His mom said he was
Nobody knows.
That's how he got the name.
All right. Boog Kroll versus Mr. Gutterball. Oh, please, don't be one where Mr. Gutterball takes us home.
The crowd has been waiting. The trophy has been waiting. And now the two are ready to take on each other. As we take a look between the arrows, comparing these two bowlers, close in age, years pro, very similar. 7 titles for Marshall Kent, 2 for Boog Kroll, and a major for Marshall Kent. They were getting a few warm-up shots, and Boog was actually asking the crowd to get behind him. His last warm-up throw. And Boog has said, Marshall, you will start. So the higher-rated bowler gets to choose which one goes first. Top seed in the stepladder finals, we look back on the years, 4-9 in 2024, 9-4 a year ago, and before last week it was 0-3. But after Simon was able to get the win, now it's 1-3 as far as top seeds in a stepladder final. Marshall Kent will bowl first on that left lane. We go all the way back to last week, and Marshall Kent actually went to a heavier bowling ball to start last week, went to a 16-pound ball, was bowling with that, thinking that was the fix, decided after the first day it wasn't, went back to a 15-pound ball. Strikes with a strike in that left lane. So now in this battle, it is Boog Kroll, the #1 seed. Let's have him introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Boog Kroll. I'm from Nixon, Missouri. The PBA has changed my life in so many ways, from working a desk job to now being the #1 seed here in Indiana.
You can do this. You can't do this.
And a tough leave already.
Man. Why?
Boog coming up light there. You can see the two-handed delivery of Boog. Gets going, plants at the end. So much power coming out of Boog. Electing to to throw urethane right now, which is interesting. We saw the other players.
Get it.
Just missed
Of
if you
course
got that
not.
tip
It's called Murphy's Law. We're gonna watch Mr. Gutterball win.
This is tightly.
You can see here, boom. Throwing the black pearl urethane, 5.0 pick rating. The weakest ball in his bag. It's not going to shape a whole lot. He's electing to throw a ball that he can really be aggressive with at the bottom, give him some control. I thought he was going to throw reactive and play more of a big hook like Marshall, but he must see something in this urethane ball that's making him feel comfortable.
Why?
straight on the head pin there.
Tell me. Fuck.
You completely missed the censorship. Great job! Fuck, man. Silence. No censorship. The FCC has offered to take PBA ball. FCC ain't gonna touch shit, okay?
It's hard to get that 9-pin in the back. You have to hit the 3-pin, the front pin, just right.
I ask you to do one thing when you get him, that's turn your fucking phones on silent.
The best shots his first two.
He goes open spare to start. And again, Marshall started with a strike.
Boog from open season versus Mr. Gutterball.
Marshall, you saw the first two shots of the boog. You see that he doesn't have great pocket control. You start this game with a strike. Second frame here, has a chance to start with a double. Really put the pressure on.
Yes.
Wow.
And a really tough spare.
Let's hope he's not gonna make it like Ryan did.
As we see, Marshall actually has to drift around that ball return. His knees get left and play so much angle. This ball just way out there by the gutter. But we've seen this pick today.
Yeah, we have.
It's possible.
2-8-10.
It's possible. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not getting it.
We'll take the 2 and the 8 out, leave the 10, so an open frame for Marshall Kent.
He's behind. Fall more behind, and then we'll see.
I asked Marshall, are you a cool bowler? When things get hot, you keep a pretty level head. His response was, I'm as cool as a bonfire.
Yeah, Marshall's, and like we all have, we get out of whack at times when things aren't going right. Marshall can dial it in. I mean, he can strike with the absolute best of them. Now, looking to rebound after an errant second frame.
He's a 7-pin.
Yeah, it looks like he might be starting to lose his ball reaction. The last game, he's throwing this ball, it's a zero mercy solid, as we can see. This ball looks pretty good. Gets light in the pocket. That 7-pin on that lane's been tough to knock over, but he's throwing a really strong, aggressive ball. Other players were throwing weaker ball balls. It gave him an advantage in the last game, but he might have to go to something different.
Good job, Marshall!
For Marshall in the third, missing the 7-pin. As we can see here, I mean, it looked like it moved a little bit.
Just nicked that 7-pin.
Yeah, huge mental error. Giving Boog a huge break early in this match.
Can he take advantage of it? He falls, but the 2 stays. So now, both bowlers have been faced with adversity early.
It looks like we're starting to see a little bit of transition. Again, as these bowlers throw shots down the lane, that oil's constantly moving it around. And we saw it this week where they can get really nice, really high scoring. The bowl's very simple, but they can also get tricky at times.
That little hook.
He dropped it in there. Well, there's a smile. Boog's having a lot of fun. He's enjoying not at the centers. Fast and Furious is a movie he loves. Kevin Williams, music artist, and winning that 2024 Delaware Classic. You know, by the way, Kevin, we found out in Born Bull, when he says he's an artist, he's actually bowling.
Yeah.
He was out here bowling with you this last week.
You know, PBA titleist, nonetheless.
But we found out he's a rapper.
Yeah, K-Will.
He's a rapper.
Very straight, hits the head
Get rid of it.
And
This is turning into one big shit show over here.
Yeah, Boog just looking uncomfortable with this urethane ball. I think you heard him say he's got to get rid of it.
Yeah, I said it. I don't give a shit.
He's got to get out of this ball. He's not able to hit the pocket. He's not sure what it's going to do when it leaves his hand. And when you're bowling for a title match and you're that uncomfortable, you have to try something else. But this is a bit of a spare picking contest, and this one isn't easy. 3-6-10.
This isn't. Ah! Stop fucking up every shot, guys.
That silenced the crowd. They don't know how to respond.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a, here, you take it, you take it, you take it. A little back and forth here. You guys copying each other?
Yeah.
Team hammered.
It's Joe around.
Yeah, it's got to be 20. I think 50 deeper. Shake deeper. You guys got to put it down. And Marshall, ball change on this right lane.
Wow.
That's not a split because the one pin is still standing.
It's a washout.
Left the head pin.
Yep, the super washout. He's confused because he got this one to the spot down lane that he thinks it should hook from. Marshall has so much rev rate and power that he can generally get the ball to come back from anywhere, but that one did not react like he wanted it to. Felt that ball was going to do something different. Now, not a split, but a very difficult spare. You can actually pick this either way on the left side or right side of the head pin, but you got to fit it in there.
Wow.
The head pin just hits the 610. Come on. So now another open frame.
These bowlers really getting tested in this championship match. It's not all about throwing strikes and 8-baggers and 300s, although we've seen that a lot in these championship matches. These lanes can get brutal and nasty. Now it's
It went for one of the highest.
Trusting yourself, making the right decisions, picking spares. Whoever's going to figure that out and execute is going to win this match.
We saw Marshall go up against the #1 bowler in the world, PJ Tackett. One shot to take him down. And now, when the title is on the line,
why can't you just commit to one shot?
Marshall has missed the head pin twice.
Yeah, for Marshall, this is becoming a mental battle with himself. He has to settle down. You hear him talking to himself, but the job is picking this spare right now because Boog isn't lined up either.
Miss. No.
You know, Marshall there, you saw him kind of miss both ways. Missed it right on the right lane, way left on the left lane. It shows you this pattern is not easy.
Oh, everyone.
He asked everybody to raise their hands.
He never left. Boog known for throwing a couple Brooklyn's on TV. Now, this 5-pin, not an easy one when you haven't had control of the pocket. Gonna throw a spare ball smartly at this spare.
Shaking his head. If you're not
My aimbot unplugged. Don't miss it. Good job. In before another hard spare.
After the show, make sure to head to PBA's social media at PBA Tour for the Go Bowling post-game show presented by AMF.
Boog getting out of urethane, going to react it. This is the track there. You hear him say float it, trust it. He's got to get to this ball to the right.
Yeah! Oh my god. Finally.
I've seen this at a play before. When he starts carrying Brooklyn, it's not good. He didn't trust this one. This is such a huge break. A shot this errant really has a good chance to split and leave something that you can't spare. Instead, he walks out with a strike.
It's either split and can't spare or split and spare. No, no.
And both players battling the same thing.
No.
They have to trust the ball to right with the right release, the right ball speed. Marshall still in this match, needs a strike here.
Well, wait. Oh, that's a joke. Whoa, did that take a wicked left fast. Wow.
These angles that these bowlers have to create are so drastic. They can make it look easy at times, but it's not. When your physical game just gets a little out of whack and things start, you know, especially mentally, and adrenaline starts going, it's easy to throw these errant shots. Now, again, not an easy spare right here.
Not an easy spare. Wow. Wow. Pathetic.
For Marshall Kemp.
Good mark here.
Kroll's gonna try to get the upper hand. I told you shouldn't have knocked DJ out.
Decided to take a timeout.
Yeah, very smartly here. He's going to be on his thoughts.
Come on, we got this.
He knows. I know he's having a bad game, 69 in the sixth, but he's still very much in this. You know, Boog has a little bit of a lead, but he's also throwing some errant shots, does not have pocket control. So Marshall has to dig deep here. Has to find it within himself to reset.
Marshall! 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 In the gutter! 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 Oh no! If he somehow wins this, I'm gonna chuck my computer right at my TV. To kill two birds with one stone.
His worst game in qualifying was a 199. He had a 300 game in qualifying as well. A little different ball here and a strike.
Yeah, another ball change there for Marshall, going to the Pearl version of the ball he was thrown on that lane prior. Now Boog got lucky with the Brooklyn in the sixth, looking to capitalize and extend his lead in the seventh.
No!
That is a very tough split.
As a bowler, this is when you feel handcuffed. You missed left a couple times. The ball was going right, Brooklyn. You didn't trust it. You finally trust one. You get it out to the right, and it doesn't hook enough. 2 4 8 10. Now he's going to have to try to hit the left side of the 2-pin with a little bit of angle. The ball needs to hit the 2-4 and slide it over. All right. He might have just been going for the top there. As we said, this is not over. That's why that strike in the seventh was huge for Marshall.
189 to 191 is their max.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
They're trying to make decisions right now on the fly. There's 10 frames. Every shot.
This is about to go very soon.
And Boog lost as he's been more lost. He's been all week, but he still has the lead. You can hear him say tucking the pinky. He is going to give this one the absolute business.
Another split. 4 7 4 6 7 split. Yeah, it's crazy. You can say it, but this is crazy.
How many?
So now, are we going for pin count again?
Yeah, you're just going for 2 here. Not really able to make this spare. And especially
Try to make it. No.
Every pin is going to matter so much.
I mentioned Marshall Kent. His worst game in qualifying was a 199. His best was a 300. For Boog Kroll, his worst game was a 200. He bowled that twice, and a 290 was his best game. So both of these bowlers
Front 11 Gutterball. No, no,
Marshall Kent
no.
has been struggling to find the head pin.
Yeah, this right lane, just throwing some errant shots, going to the same ball he threw in the left lane. Zero Mercy Pearl, looking to throw the biggest double of the day.
Damn it!
Picks up the 10. Marshall Kent, one frame closer to his 8th title.
What a messenger here for Marshall. Dials it in. When he needed it most. Head pin off the... Oh, not even the head pin. It deflects into another pin. And smashes the 10.
Call for a re-rack. He's 2 frames away. 2 frames away from his 8th title. Another deep breath for Marshall Kent.
Oh, please throw it in the gutter. Oh, please throw it in the gutter. Oh, please throw it in the gutter. Oh, please. Why?
What a few shots here for Marshall. I mean, when he needs it, when he's uncomfortable.
Why? Why?
I mean, that is how you dig deep as a professional.
About to go get that purple.
Bowler. Book here. Still not out of it.
The only thing he can do is strike out.
Yeah, Boog is in a situation where it's strike.
He's going nowhere.
And he leaves the 10 pin.
Stop!
Really a good shot there for Boog.
We need to
It was
watch
uncomfortable, didn't have good control of the pocket. Throws the urethane, just trying to get
Marshall
something close.
throw.
Finds the pocket there, unfortunately.
Alright, Mr. Gutterball, you've got to throw.
In what was really a
Alright.
strike situation.
Get the spare. And now if he strikes out, he's at 160.
Any timeout, Tony? Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, taking a timeout here, collecting his thoughts.
Good idea. Take a one-parter shot. Yeah. What can I ask for?
He fills all 3 in the 10th here. He gets the 160, which is going to force Marshall to mark. And with the shots that we've seen today, it's still not an easy task with how ugly this title match has gotten.
We've seen Boog Kroll smile. We have seen a smile at him. Yesterday when we talked to him, he was all smiles. A lot of things have changed in his career since he's been on the PBA. When we talked to Boog yesterday, saw a little grim look.
Why? Why?
He was
Why?
himself, and then he realized that wasn't good mentally for him. He didn't want to be on his own. He wanted to be with people, so he reached out to Kevin Williams, said, Kevin, you guys are staying in Airbnbs, can I stay with you? This is the spirit there. Kevin said yes, now he's got a group of about 6 stay together.
Why?
He says he's
Why?
worst I can do is second.
This was a big, giant fuck fest.
Yeah, Boog, great guy, great individual, love to see him go well. Got a little lost today, but he's on the right track. Finished 6th last week in Decatur, 2nd this week, going into the Masters. That's a huge confidence for Marshall. Man, I bet if you asked him in the 6th frame if he was going to win today,
He's a title closer, by the way, to the Hall of Fame. And that was a big thing for Marshall Kent.
This shit is rigged.
10 titles, you're eligible for the Hall of Fame. And now he is at 8. 8 tour titles for Marshall Kent as he hoists the Indiana Classic trophy. All smiles for that man. Our tour coverage powered by Gutterball continues next Sunday. The USBC Masters. You have been watching the PBA on the CW. We'll see you next week. Marshall Kent wins the Indiana Classic.
I'm the star of your team. Check out my game day drift. It's custom. Forget the game. You're watching me. Who loves you?
Alright, bye guys!